Okay, did Danish introduce himself? Okay, I just wanted to know. Yeah.
Hello. Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
This is Danish, architect Danish.
Okay.
I'm doing my MR from Visakhapatnam.
Sustainable architecture?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
I'm from Calcutta.
Oh. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to know who is in the meeting.
I know him, sir. He is a good friend.
Uh,
He is active in Vizag. He used to
Oh.
attend a lot of events.
uh,
Thank you for coming, Danish.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
I just
Welcome
loved to listen to your experiences.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. Yesterday and last week also it was very good. The
Yes,
experts, no?
yeah, I could not attend the previous one. So thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Sopani call, you should
shall I
have
stop my
listened to
video?
Sopani also. You missed that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We can share the recordings with you, sir.
Yeah, YouTube. We have uploaded them in YouTube. I will ask Ar.Kanaka to share you the links. You can.
Please, please.
Yeah. And actually, Danish, in that YouTube channel, no, we did a FDP on climate change and adaptive architecture.
Right, sir.
So all the videos are very, very good. Okay, they were experts from all over the world who delivered lectures, climate change and adaptive architecture. All of your classmates, you should listen.
I have read that in one of your series there will be an architect, Abhi Chaudhary, who will be attending. Yes, sir. He is from my city, Calcutta. And very, very famous and very.
He is very famous.
Architect.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Right. Yeah. We will be having one architect who is working in Zahadi's firm.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'm muting myself, sir. Thank you.
Sure. Right. Thank you.
Sir, make me co-host also. Please.
So, Pandi, I'm making you host. Okay, so you can control everything now.
Yes. Should we start? Wait for some time.
Only one visitor. If Kanaka is not busy there, we will wait. If time is not a constraint.
I'm not busy, sir. We'll start. I'll start from mine, sir. So that.
Yeah, you just hint us when you want to start. We'll do that because
we'll start, sir. I'm ready. I took a break and came. It's breakfast break. I'll have breakfast later.
Okay, we have only one guest. It's all right.
We'll start, sir, so that if somebody joins, let them. Otherwise, we'll close.
Okay, yes, then support me.
Hello, everyone. A very good morning. I am Architect Shokundi Paul, and I welcome you to the Geetham School of Architecture webinar series of 2022 on the topic Successful Career in Architecture, organized by Geetham School of Architecture, Hyderabad, for the aspiring students of architecture, their parents and guardians, and mentors. The series consists of webinars on every Saturday and Sunday till the end of October and organized by and presented by renowned practicing architects on various topics. Today's talk is by Architect Kanaka Nageswara Rao. Architect Kanaka Nageswara Rao is the founder of D. Sainika, and he is the associate professor in the Geetham School of Architecture, Hyderabad. He has done his bachelor's in architecture from JNPU, Hyderabad, and master's of architecture in construction management from the same university. He has more than 19 years of experience in creating and materializing designs to reality. He has delivered successful international and national level large-scale projects in workspace, retail, and interiors. His expertise is project management, including client management, control on attribution rate, motivating and training the right people to grow in teams. I now hand over to Professor Nageswara Rao for today's presentation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the introduction, madam. It's a great privilege for me to share my experience here on this platform. 1 second, I'll share my screen now.
Yes, sir. Multiple screen shares.
I can share my. You can see my screen, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. So, I'm architect Kanaka Nageswara Rao. I did architecture, Bachelor of Architecture, MArch, and pursuing PhD now. I am COA registered lifetime member in Telangana IAA chapter. Triple ID HRC lifetime member, ISHRE lifetime member, ECBC expert, FSA, and presently working in as an associate professor in GSoA School of Architecture. So, in practicing both in architecture and interior design for consultancy, design and build, and project management services in majorly in 3 locations: Vizag, Eluru, and Hyderabad. So, let me start my details. Like, this is my parents. I'm the center one is me in center, both my dad and mom. This is me how I want to just tribute and remember my parents before I start. So personally, everybody knows with my first name Kanaka from 2006, and 6 to before 3 when I started my career after graduation, everybody used to call me Nagesh. And during architecture, everybody knows me Nageswara Rao. That's how people used to call me and connect. And in hostel, friends, they used to call a lot of names, AK Nag, AK Nag, because it's a big name. But officially now I termed it as Architect Kanaka Nageswara Rao Arerapu, because to make sure people are aware of what is AR dot means. A lot of people are asking what is AR. That's how we can portray ourselves as what we are for and how we can promote our profession. This is me in my early childhood. I'm one among the 4 total 4 kids. I have 3 siblings. On the right top, you can see that is my um, aunt, my dad's younger sister. So we all grew together. I'm the youngest in the family. So you can see or imagine how active I am as a child. I was dancing, I was participating. That's my dad on the left corner in center, and a brother and me on the leftmost corner on the top. All other images you can see how I was active, how actively dancing in the events or barats during weddings. I was inspired for dancing from so many film stars, and those were the days where I was being open to learn and do a lot of stuff. I'll explain in other slides. This is a recent which I carry forward, that enthusiasm and energy even now. Recent uh, performance in Abu Dhabi in 2019 before pandemic. I was in Abu Dhabi for some time. So I was fascinated about observing myself, the changes happening throughout my life. So I capture them in photographs. I post in most of the social media to encourage and connect with people. So this is my dad, how I have grown along with him. In left bottom and the leftmost bottom left side is me, the shortest one, and my brother. We are badminton enthusiastic. My dad encouraged everyone to play badminton in my hometown, Eluru. So that's how I connected with sports. And next I'll show there's one more interesting thing. So my dad has taken this to another generation also along with us. The third generation, this is first, second, even third generations are going to get into that badminton sport. The rightmost top is my last photo on the badminton court with my dad. So this is me in 1993 when I was in 7th, 8th standard, and this recent snap on the same location in the badminton court in Eluru, my hometown. So this is me how I got transformed, and these are few images where professionalism we need to portray wherever we go, and we need to carry certain presentable appearance. That's what I believe in. So this is me in 2008 in UAE, in my desk, on my desk in UAE. I was the senior architect there. And 2019, when I been to Abu Dhabi for one shorter period, 1 year assignment, that's the rightmost photograph. And I would like to explain how I have developed the enthusiasm in art. These are the pencil sketches I used to do a lot in 1993 to 96. These 3 years phases, I was in 7th standard to 9th. So I was so enthusiastic on art. Somehow I developed and I understood like my sketching power is good, understanding of shades. So I interacted with a lot of people during those days. I used to do a lot of portraits, especially features of individuals are different. So I used to do a lot. Whenever I get time, I used to do this. These are the few poster colors paintings I have done. So this is the leftmost is the leftmost is the last A0 size painting I did for one of my friend in my first year of architecture. After that, I didn't get so much time to do and continue that. And the right side is a rough sketch during my architecture times. This is a tribute to my parents. This is my painting in 1999. That's my first year of architecture. So after that, I got married in 2005 and gifted with 2 daughters. This is my personal site. I'm happy in personal friend. This is the transformation happened from the time I born to now. I used to capture and share uh, to everyone. And coming to my studies, I got my SSC in 1996. This is my classmates photograph. And this is my architecture batch. It's in JNTU from Hyderabad. Those days it is JNTU SPA 1998 to 2003. And ECBC certification photograph in 2018. So this is the latest one. I did MArch after 15 years of experience. I realized like we need to continue education and for me to coming to into academics, MArch PG they made it as a mandatory. Way back when I was graduated in 2003, it is not so. So I realized like there will be changes which we need to adapt to the times, and I did architecture MArch in 2000 sorry 19, which I got university first rank, that is equivalent to gold medal. And I am just pursuing a PhD also now within Geetham Vizag itself into management. This is my studies side. So before starting my professional journey, I would like to tell how I got introduced to architecture. Way back in childhood, I used to do a lot of paintings, a lot of mentors, and my painting gurus have advised me, why don't you go for a BFA, Bachelor of Fine Arts, that is in JNTU itself. But I already mastered. I know how to capture certain artworks in different medium. I want to go to next level. That's how the attitude I developed from my childhood. I want to always strive for the betterment and do the best possible. So I have attended the aptitude test. I got good rank. I've been to universities. I understood. Though way back in 1998, this is the prestigious institute, better than any other college in Telugu state, one Telugu state, then Andhra Pradesh. So that's how I got into architecture. So after getting there into architecture, somehow I struggled, and that can be a different presentation altogether. So I jump into my professional journey here. It started in 2003. So if anyone has questions, please stop me. I may go fast or I may go slow, whatever you have anything. So I handled in this 19 years, uh, especially focusing into projects which are interiors, that is retail specifics for certain period, and majorly office fit outs, that is like office space and workspace or workplace, they call it as. And majority are into project management, like how to manage the entire gamut of activities into right from design, tendering, selection of material, vendors, execution of them, controlling, closure of that. So all these phases are very important, which I have realized from my 10th year. That is out of 19 years, from my 10th year onwards, I was continuously into these segments. So way back in 2003, I started working from Bangalore firm. This is my office. I was sitting in center with black t-shirt. The bosses were around. That's the kind of culture I was introduced in early of my working days, where it is a flat organization. They used to encourage a lot. I understood the power of collaboration from then. It is not an individual guy who can create wonders. If it is the size of the project, or it can be done by an individual, yeah, that's fine. But coming to large scale projects, or when there are a lot of consultants involved, lot of inputs are required, you need to drive and understand each strength and work on strength. That's what I realized in this office. So this is my first large scale project, Airtel corporate office in Begumpet, Hyderabad. So I have done the entire 4 floors, ground plus 4, that is 5 floors actually. The ground one is reception and um, customer service zone. So there is a big atrium in the center. You can see on the right, top right. That entire thing is a MS structure which we have molded on site, heavy structure. So that's one wonderful experience. We have closed that with glass on top, and we have controlled the AC. We have air conditioned the entire open to air in the central atrium, the lift lobby site. So that's one of the major tasks we did. After that, in the first floor of this project, we have switch room, which is controlling entire Andhra Pradesh call data, call list, total servers. So which are from US, that worth of some crores of rupees then. So I was handling as a site architect there, and बाद में. So I was handling as a site architect there, coordinating from Bangalore. They used to send a lot of technical details, drawings. I need to coordinate on site technically and understand the quality checks, lot of stuff. I got introduced as a first year, site architect itself. I understood the uh, uh, implementation of drawing and designs to site. This is my next project along with them. I joined in their, after this project completion from Bangalore, Hyderabad, I joined there in Bangalore. This is a government project where left bottom is a dormitory, existing ground floor. We have upgraded it to first floor extension with the pitched roof, the MS structure and the Mangalore tiles. And the top left is the park, which we have developed the public park. It was not in the right shape. So the left bottom, right bottom, sorry, you can see that park after completion. We have added bollard lights. I got introduced the first word bollard light, even though we studied landscape in BR. So BR, we covered a lot of basics, but practically I understood what is landscape in this project in my early career days itself. On the top right, you can see that is Mahamastakabhisheka, Bahubali. So every 12 years, they conduct this in Shravan Belgola. So I used to stay there on site, coordinate, get the drawings from site. So I used to do the drawings, then go to site at the time of execution, do the tendering process. So in this office, there is a process of a team involved from scratch to completion. So I have got introduced to understand the entire process of project from starting to closure. That's the beauty of this office, where I have learned how a project being handled. This is one of the project which was executed in Kochi and Bangalore. OPI, we call it as Outsource Partners International. So this is a Bangalore office. You can see the left side, the invention of polycarbonate sheets used instead of glass. That material you can see that which is glazing. So that's a plastic. So we introduced that to make sure uh, the combination of experimenting certain materials. That's the first time we have introduced that, and later on we used very rigorously that kind of material. You can see the ceiling and the 120 degrees sorry, 120 degrees workstations, you can see. That's a combination of 3 people. I didn't shade the floor plan, but the combination of workstation we strive to innovate in every project. That's one of the beauty of this project. So after that, I worked with another firm, Mumbai-based firm, Edifice, in Hyderabad. I shifted to Hyderabad in 2006 to 8. I worked here. It's a huge project, a TCS Synergy Park in Gachibowli. It's around 10,000 SFT office space area, which is divided into 3 blocks, ODCs, offshore development centers. You can see on the right side 3 blocks in front of the water body, which is spreaded. Those are the 3 blocks. There was a lot of civil works going on. slabs casting, interior works going on. It's a huge project, 60 acres land. In that 6 acres we have chosen. And late Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy garu has inaugurated ODC 1 and ODC 2. ODC 2 is the center block you can see on the right side is entirely a switch room, data center, which is controlled from various countries. And the people used to take this space for development of their teams. Once they are grown to 50 to 200, they used to move to the other offices. Way back, this is in 2007. So we developed entire this site area of 6 acres lake development, which is a catchment area. That is the that is the deepest zone in that entire region, Gachibowli region. So whenever there were rains, it used to flood like anything. So we faced that in for 2 years. We understood. We have diverted the drainages. We have connected the service block, main cabling, armor cables in the trenches to each block. Power. I have learned major services here: electricity, plumbing, HVAC, networking, soil pipes and other plumbing details, firefighting, DG, transformation, transformer and other connections. See, because in interiors, you are the guy who has to coordinate what are the end products or the results of the base building they're giving. So most of the interior project I experienced, what were missing, what was the coordination issues they faced, how to mitigate that. So I was always cross-checking and understanding the beauty of base building and handovering it to the interior phase. So it's not like I'm doing only interiors and focusing on interiors. Have seen and attended all of the meetings in common weekly meetings and weekly thrice we used to have updates and all of the from all of the consultant as we are the major consultant edifice. I used to take care of architecture and interiors. There are certain people for services, that is AC and electrical and other services. There are people for landscaping. So we used to coordinate each other. So I understood, I continued my collaboration work and working on strength. This is one of the shot from Lake towards the ODC 1. So this is the completed project. You can see there are yellow, on the right side, you can see yellow vertical lines, right? There, sorry, I have a bad throat. Excuse me for that. So there is a curved glass in that and the landings of the staircase. That is a staircase. So in Hyderabad, we have used the first time curved glass, casted from Bangalore, toughened in Hyderabad again. So transportation of that and fixing that with how to lift that glass, all these techniques, construction techniques, I was fascinating. Left side you can see that texture paint grooves, the curved one adjacent to that roof, curvilinear roof. Entire thing I've been observing, understanding how they were doing the GFC drawings or coordination of entire scaffolding, how they reach, what kind of safety measures we've been taking. It's a beautiful project. In this project itself, I have got lot of exposure and experience where it built a lot of confidence in me. So I was thinking, what next? How to go about at the next level? I always try to see for the betterment, or I get a feeling of monotonous very fast, maybe within 2 years, 3 years. That's the reason every 2 3 years I change organization to get into a mixture of understandings of different processes, work styles, and projects, obviously. So this is one of the lead rated project in Hyderabad, Virtusa. So it is also both base building and architecture and interiors. So from edifice, there are two blocks in this. I majorly focused on interiors because these are the two parallel projects happening, TCS and Virtusa. So I 80% I'm onto TCS and 20% only that onto only into interiors for this Virtusa. These are the two major projects I handled with edifice in Hyderabad. And after that, I got an opportunity to go to UAE with the Landmark Group. So Landmark Group has got very few anchor stores. Anchor stores are the biggest stores, retail stores, they call it as in retail language. So Home Center is one of the largest stores with big areas. The minimum area is 40,000 to 50,000 SFT. So I entered there. The moment I entered, it is carrying from somewhere around 85 or 95. So by the time 2010, they thought of revamping the entire look and feel of the home center. Right side, you can see on the top, the screen, home center. That's the first logo they were having for the span of 15 years. Then, and we have spreaded that concept to all over the world, including India and all other Middle East and some other. This is the flagship store we did in 2010. This is a shop front. You can see the left side and right side. Usually there, right side is the entry and the left side different standards. And in this project, this is one of the happiest entire career. After TCS Synergy Park, this is the project which blown up me into retail segment. So here, this space is in second floor in a mall. So you can see this is the first one in white and white, even logo, everything. Later on, they have changed it to this fluorescent green. So these are the inside pics after completion. So retail store is totally different story altogether. You have a lot of different materials, coordination. They have visual merchandising. You need to hand over the site much before, so that they had to check everything and display the products in such a way for the launching. So these are the consultants I worked with them. Callison, these are the one of the renowned and the topmost interior designers then from Seattle, US. I worked along with them, both of them, closely, because I am the architect from the client side, project architect, sorry. And these guys are from US. They used to travel and we used to coordinate a lot on this project. So this is one of the atrium in the mall. While doing that project, it's not only my project. I used to coordinate for a lot of approval from mall management. There is a lot of features which we need to compulsorily or as a mandate we need to maintain in the part of the shop front, because they all have a design guidelines for the shop fronts. Every shop should have kind of same language in terms of material or look and feel. So we used to understand what kind of design implementation they were doing, what kind of protections they're doing, all of these. So I used to observe and understand, coordinate with them if required sometimes, and sit with them whenever I have time, see different kind of finishes, how they're installing, what kind of drawings they used to do. The granites, they use the beautiful granites in this flooring from Brazil, different kind of bluish granite, maroon, very different. And I have experienced the beauty of completion of mall in this. Parallelly, there was Atlantis happening, Dubai Mall happening, Dubai Metro was happening, and lot of other projects. Whenever I have time, I used to go because all over I used to have a lot of friends. So these images I was sharing to just showcase what kind of quality they used to deliver within the time frame. It's a very good experience. Not only for the store I did, I have seen a baby delivered in 9 months, like what you experience for a life. Same way, within this 12 months, very rigorously every team work. There are safety standards. There were approvals. There were government approvals from the Dubai municipality. A lot of coordination. Every teams were doing. There are thousands of people and lakhs of labors working day and night to complete this. This is the inauguration time images. So I really understood it is as good as a mother delivering a baby for 9 months. It is as good as a project for everyone in our profession. That's what I feel. And coming to next level, I returned to India after this project, because moreover I worked almost 4 years in UAE. My second daughter born, and I got her first birthday celebrated and announced like I want to go back to India, because always way back my mind, it is always haunting like I want to be in Hyderabad, or I want to do my best in Hyderabad, because I'm very attached to family, my dad and my parents. Even my wife is also attached to family. Everyone is here. I don't want to lose the contacts here, and I always wants to carry the international standards coming back to India. That's what I was having in mind. That is one of the reason I've been to UAE. thinking that I'll be working for 1 year and I'll come back. But in 2003, the inflation was so bad. All of my mentors and my friends guided, there only, don't come back. And there I have enjoyed the lifestyle there. I roamed, I chilled out with friends, with family. I bought a brand new car there. I got a driving license. I enjoyed. I seen the luxurious side of our profession there. But how to, that is not reality. What I understood is I can't give that to my kids. But what I realized is I have to always show my kids, and I have to understand the realistic picture is me in India or in my hometown. That is me. That's not me there spending luxurious life. I can't imagine, like, for my lifelong being there, working under somebody, or not upgrading certain processes. So there I did PMI training also in UAE, where I understood the importance of project management. That is one of the reason I came back, and I have started along with my friend Liquid Space. He's still practicing from 12 to 14, where I started setting project management standards, standardizing project templates, setting certain processes for the entire project, folder management, evaluation methods, projects controlling, and most importantly, he's my batchmate in BR also. He has requested me to develop certain process to close the project. He's easily starting a project, executing, and he's able to hand out the project, but he's unable to close. That is like final bills, closure of vendor bills and their snag list, quality checks. There are a lot of errors because most of the interior projects we do it in a hurry, that in the time frame that I learned in UAE. But there, the money is not an issue. What is the comparison I understood from previous organization? This one is there. It is all time bound. They will give release whatever amount is required, but you need to complete the work on time. But in India, it is always cost conscious. Everyone is aware of money is important, even though it delays for 10 days. That's okay. But some projects they already declare the occupation or inauguration time. We need to meet those timelines. In the hurry, they will close the projects in a hurry. So they will miss a lot of quality issues, lot of controls. So I used to set certain checkpoints and templates out of my experience, where beautifully we have closed, and now they are doing very good because of the basics what we set. I'm very happy with most of the organization, because even in home center I set certain standards. After that, all over the world they floated that concept very comfortable. So I always implement this: initiate, develop, monitor, and control, execute, and close. These are the 5 segments of project management basics, which we can implement in anywhere. I'm now doing research for design management in those lines. So M3BI, this is in Waverock building in Hyderabad. This is one of the project we did with Liquid Space, the interiors of that office. This is Google office in Hyderabad, where we have innovatively explored a lot of concepts. This is in 3 floors. Center floor, this is the third one, third, fourth, and fifth. So fourth floor is the center floor, where we have developed the reception area in this shape. We have replicated Charminar as a reception table. You can see the flooring. That is the actual look and feel of the flooring here, Charminar. We have taken a column, and we have converted that into a minaret, and did some Islamic chandeliers to get this look and feel. So we explored a lot of concepts. We did Bangle Bazaar as one meeting room sites. So I was not part of the execution. By the time of execution started, I left. I am sharing, like, I was part of this innovation, that one of the prestigious project this organization has grabbed, because this is of somewhere around 2.8 lakhs. So each floor we did it in different concepts. I was part of the entire process setting, ideation, and presentations. And finally, we grabbed the projects, and grabbed the project out of 30 architects all over India. We were shortlisted in 10. Out of 10, we were 3 in the last, and 3 we got this project. We have shared all of our profiles, and I was handling the design management in this organization. You can see here that's a sandal. We kept it as a surprising element in an office, which has I have sketched this. I have innovated this idea along with the team, and we delivered this. It's a Google office in adjacent to Jaybari Silicon, near to Kondapur region, opposite to CIA Godrej. So this is one more project in Bangalore with the same organization, Liquid Space reception area. And this one of the Scient, they were called Infotech before. This is a CEO cabin where the balcony leftmost you can see the planters and all. That's a balcony zone. We convert that for him to have some natural breathing space. And this is cassette control AC. And the right side you can see that's a colored glass. Entire thing I was coordinating for the exhibition and design implementation. Is one of the corridors in the same area, Scient. There's one more office for us. They are into chemicals and pharmaceutical supporting office in Ayyappa Society starting of that road, opposite to Neeru's in Hyderabad. These are the innovative material we have used. That is a solid acrylic folding. We lit it from inside. On the right side, you can see on top of a glass partition, we have fixed these to give that some kind of semi-privacy to the meeting room. These are the waiting zones before two boardrooms. Surprising elements here. There's a mirror, uses of mirror, carpets. Again, folding on the right side, you can see that's a folded plywood. On top of that, we have kept some wallpapers and stickerings with inspirational quotes. I was part of the entire project. This is a hanging dining table, granite top, which is just by strings, metal strings. You can see there are no legs. On the back wall, you can see the plates which been stuck to give that some kind of surprising element. On the roof, it is an innovative element again. So after this, I've been working with one of the Bangalore firm, Zaita. From 2015 to 16, I was the regional director for both Telangana and Andhra region. By 2015, the states got divided. So I was pitching for a lot of projects. I was the head here, client management, business development, project processes settings, profit and loss, client feedbacks, team building and recruitment also I used to do. So as a head, I have actually initiated their office here and parallelly working on certain offices in Bangalore also. So I have participated in GSN games execution part, especially controlling the closure part. This is of 2 floors. Out of this is the floor plan of the first floor, and above that it's a kind of mezzanine floor. This is of somewhere around 50,000 SFT floor plate. You can see the boardroom, workstation, a lot of surprising elements we have designed. Here I understood what kind of softwares they're continuously researching. This organization is very innovative and they are very child at heart on to open up for anything new coming to our industry. So being the leaders in interior fit out, they encourage me to learn a lot of stuff, including BIM, that is supporting softwares for BIM platform. So here you can see the beauty of innovative stuffs into interior spaces. Like they kept for the reception table, this is how they want the visitors to interact with them. They have broken the front wheel and they kept as if the front wheel is going into the reception table, and they hung certain parts of the bicycles on the backdrop of the reception, and see the innovativeness in the carpet inlays and the color schemes. This is vibrant. They want to keep a certain kind of football theme, basketball theme, sports into this, because they do a lot of games related to mobile games and video games. This is another image of the same office, GSN Games. And then I have to one more part of Amaravati Capital Complex, especially focusing on secretariat offices. So we've been doing case studies continuously all over the India, like Chandigarh, Gandhinagar, and one more thing, Raipur we did. And we did desktop studies for Hyderabad, our own Hyderabad, and even Karnataka, how the secretariat has been and what are the numbers we can foresee for the future. We have done the entire exercise. We have given the data and we have given a presentation. where Norman Foster has taken our presentation, embedded, and they developed the towers later on. So later on, you all know what happened to the capital city. So the project was shelved, and slowly they understood like next elections may not, they're not optimistic. So they decreased the size. Then I have moved out again, and then I realized what was happening with my career, what I should do. So I started collaborating with various organizations. This is a Mumbai-based firm where is one more of digital domain is the organization name. It's a US based. These are the guys who does a lot of CG works for Spider-Man, all of your Hollywood movies. These are the guys. So they have opened their first office in Waverock building. I was part of the closure phases of this project. Very short period, but it's a beautiful learning. So then I started working. In 2007, I joined MR and started working as an individual consultant where I can handle in my own individual capability with all my experience. So parallelly, I was doing visiting faculty in various colleges, attended juries. I realized like we need to give back to academics or towards the, into the who are seeking or mentoring the right people so that they can build their careers. That's what the potential I have seen in myself, and I want to achieve that. So slowly I have enrolled and doing MArch, doing visiting faculty, and did this wonderful project. I want to go through in details. In 2018-19, I did this entire floor plate, this yellow rectangle, you can see that's the development I have handled alone. So that means I have designed, I have did the material selection, I have recommended the vendors, I have done the site visits and quality checks, and delivered the project with whatever drawing supports required. This all of the tables in white rectangles, you can see those are the height adjustable workstations. So this is the site where we have removed the existing stuff and renovated the entire office. So I have developed one central surprising element which is in home, so that the employees will feel they're safe, or they can, that's a collaboration space. And I developed some pods which are easy for them to get into, some kind of informal meeting, open, semi-opened pods. So this is the framework while executing and the coordination part. This is the top right. You can see that's a small sketch I did for these pods. You can see that red and bluish pods. This is the site panoramic views. This is after completion, the adjustable workstations. During the execution phase, the column cladding, lockers, the table detailing, this almost about to the finishing stage. These are the pods. That's my peak along with the completion stage or handover stage. Another collaboration space where semi formal space. These are the another collaboration space where people sit at different levels and interact, informal interaction spaces. This is one more pod with a different shade. This is green and blue, and another one is here. Yes, pink and orange. This is a completion images. This is the kind of element I have developed for this office with their culture. I developed after discussing with them, understanding what exactly works there, because they want to be like a free mind, and they want to be not like 9 to 5 work. They have to be feel home. That's the whole idea, and they give a very flexible timing. You can see the planters added to the column cladding in the corner, one of the central column. This acts as a breathing space for the two zones on the right and left. This is a central spine. So you can see that in the center there is a writing board, which we have kept it as a space for them to keep their stuff. Sorry, and interact while discussing or writing something on the writing board also. So these are the workspace, and that the space dividing the other zone also. The column is there with planters. That's the dividing line. So this project has given me immense confidence, and I have kept all these kind of practical approaches in my academics. That's how I did my external exams, where I was beautifully, getting almost 90% in my external exams in MR. In the internals, they can't give 90, they used to give 85 and just 89. So that's how I got top in academics also while doing this one. So I was trying to relate all my learnings, theory part and practical part. I used to implement, encourage my classmates also. Most of them respect today also because of that reason. I encourage them and I insisted for a lot of theory implementation into understanding of the practical side of them. So this is immediately after my MR. I've been to Abu Dhabi for shorter period, where I worked for this. This is a store where it is an edutainment store. Idea Crate has got three concepts. Out of that, this is one of them, Orange Wheels. So very colorful, where kids are encouraged to stay here and learn certain aspects of it. It's like a play space for kids, a group of from 8 months to 8 years. So after that, from 9 to 14 years, they have something, and 14 to adults, they have something, some kind of concept. So this concept I developed and floated almost for 20 locations, 20 stores. They are targeted before inaugurating all these 20 stores before Expo 2020 in October. But unfortunately, Expo got postponed, and even the virus got attacked in January itself. Everybody understood there's going to be pandemic, and I returned in March, and by that time the pandemic doors opened. So these are the kind of initiatives, coordination. Most of the material are from China, but we have to give shop drawings, make approve shop drawings, approve finishes. And after coming here, we need to do quality checks, a lot of coordination. There is a interior designer from South Africa, David. We used to coordinate with him. He's used to take care of design part. I used to take care of rest of the projects, and making sure of things going in smoother manner. I am head of the projects here and head of project management in this office. Sorry. This is the different zones where kids and parents used to stay. So this is my journey. After that, I've been into academics and associating with a lot of other organizations at individual level. I returned to India in 2020 March, and I have enrolled in Geetam in April, and I got the appointment letter in November. I've been to Vizag, and recently I got shifted to Hyderabad. That's my journey. So I've been doing academic association, practicing research, lot of collaboration. So I want to empower this profession in my own way. So I started working on developing a platform called Designica, recently announced on August 15. So this is a platform where professionals from AEC, that is architectural, engineering, and construction industry, will get a lot of visibility required to the public, where they require us, and collaborate within AEC industry professionals ourselves. That's it from my side. Thank you very much. Any questions? You want me to go back on slides? I'm happy to go back.
Thank you, sir, for the inspiring thoughts on the subject and your presentations from the live projects. They were very inspiring and it covers a lot of things. And as architects, we always think that designing and implementing is the main part of architecture, but construction management is so important, not all of us are aware of, and how large scale projects work, how to manage finances, people, team, and be prepared for different kind of calamities and other problems. It's really a big thing. So thank you, sir, for enlightening us on that subject.
Thank you very much. Actually, what you said is correct, madam. Is that point. Immediately after my 5 years, the initial project of Airtel, after that, I realized designing is done by architects. Why that is not getting implemented properly? Where is that gap? So I realized that importance of that coordination, that project management tools and techniques. Being architect, we will be the better persons to safeguard the design content and intent till the last moment. So that's what I was trying to do, because a lot of project managers will compromise designs where they change, or they will understand the timeline and pressurize somebody, and they'll compromise a lot. So if we know the importance of design, we will be the better persons to actually make sure the design, heart of the design is carried till the moment, last moment.
Sir.
It was a very, what to say, very detailed presentation, Kanaka. I'm happy to understand the exposure that you have. And your experience in and exposure in interior design, basically, it's very interesting. And I think our students are lucky to have you here, School of Hyderabad.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
The exposure that you have, I'm sure it will create value for our students. And, yeah, welcome, Mr. Manoj Wahi. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was on another Zoom call. It coincided. As soon as it ended, I joined this call.
Yeah,
It was unfortunate. I could not, I missed Kanak's presentation, but I'll make sure that he sends it to me. I would want to review it definitely. Because it's an area of my interest, interior design, and an area of my interest as well.
yes. Sure, sir. Sure.
Yes.
So nice of you, sir. Sir, this will be uploaded on YouTube. You will share that, sir.
Yes, I saw the one last time also. Thank you so much. Yes, I think it's lovely. You guys have started something. I think it's more and more people are going to join. And as I told you last time, if we can spread this word to colleges, especially the +2 colleges where students can get interested and exposed to what architecture is all about.
Yes, sir. That is our main effort. We are trying to do that, and the admissions team is also pursuing with the international schools and all the other schools in Hyderabad. So they would be actually trying to pass this word about these webinars. Hopefully, maybe in 3 or 4 months, we would be having the real students aspiring to become architects.
I think you should also include the electronic media if possible. Try to get some program on a weekly basis for the local audience through Telugu channels and local channels. I think the idea is to reach as much as possible to the general public. I think we are a very close group community, and we think that if we know, the whole world knows. Unfortunately, we all know, even at the government level, at every level, architects are the least exposed profession.
Yes, sir.
People really do not understand what exactly we do beyond what they think we do.
Yes. We gave a proposal to the university about a 52 weeks, every week one program about one architect exploring his project, exploring his thoughts. So we are still working on that, sir, the budget and all that. So we are looking for a good TV company. Right? So we are trying to do that. We'll be able to do maybe in 3-4 months. We'll start off.
Perfect. So one is about exposing what architects do. One is exposing the profession of architecture vis-a-vis the education of architecture. So
yes, sir. All that.
Parallel things.
Yes,
one is inspiring stories from all over. Second is what exactly is architectural profession all about, because it's really changed over the last 20 years from what architecture was perceived to be and what we actually were when we graduated as architects, and today what we are and what we feel. There is so much of a change, a paradigm shift in the way architects can work and contribute, So definitely there is, and so many streams of architecture, and now we have, within architecture, I think there are certain colleges who are giving specialities even at the UG level, and this is going to happen with a new education policy in place. We need to look at all of that, and so I think it's very nice. I think Geetam has taken a lead, and I think I congratulate all the people involved in at least starting somewhere. And we can actually, the advantage of the virtual reach is it goes to every city. Why just limit it to Hyderabad audience?
Yes,
it can go all over. At least these things can become very popular in every city.
Yes, sir.
When I say every city, it's about the cities outside the Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, 2-3 big cities, and also cities across the country.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Saparni?
Yes, sir.
We can close the meeting. So, vote of thanks.
Yes, sir. Any questions, anybody?
kindly don't hesitate to ask anything.
At lunchtime. Yeah,
Okay, sir. So, as a token of information, the Geetam School of Architecture Hyderabad has scheduled webinars every Saturday and Sunday for the next 2 months. And I request you to attend the upcoming webinars and have a broad spectrum of knowledge from the eminent speakers. I would like to express my appreciation to all the participants and today's presenter for taking time out of the busy schedule. And on behalf of Geetam School of Architecture, I would like to close my remarks and officially announce the end of this webinar, wishing for future prosperity of all the participating students. And I further extend my gratitude to our esteemed speaker for today and faculties of architecture for the Geetam, Hyderabad and Visakhapatnam campus. Thank you for your attention. And Geetam School of Hyderabad also welcomes you for the open house to be conducted on the 4th of September. The venue details will be announced later. Please be there along with your family and other members for more career options in architecture. Thanking you all for today.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you
Sampath.
so much.
Thank you, Kanaka.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Soparni madam. for
Thank you,
answering.
ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.